everyone, welcome to BIM Dead. I'm Gerardo, and today we're diving into the first episode of our series, BIM Beyond the Classroom. This series is tailor-made for architecture students and young professionals looking to bridge the gap between academic learning and professional practice. If you're eager to learn how building information modeling, or BIM, is used in the real world, then you're in the right place. In this episode, we're going to cover everything from what BIM is and why it's a game changer in the industry to how it's used professionally and why standards are so crucial. By the end, you'll have a solid understanding of how to transition from classroom BIM to professional BIM with some real-world examples to boot. So let's get started. Let's start with the basics. Building information modeling, or BIM, is more than just 3D modeling. It's a collaborative process that integrates all the various disciplines involved in a project, from architects and engineers to contractors and clients, into one cohesive system. This ensures that everyone is working with the same up-to-date information, which is crucial for managing complex projects. Now, you might have heard the terms BIM and Revit used interchangeably, but it's important to understand that they are not the same thing. BIM is the process, the methodology of creating and managing digital representations of physical and functional characteristics of a facility. Revit, on the other hand, is one of the most popular tools used to enable this process. It's a powerful software that supports BIM by allowing users to create detailed models, manage data, and collaborate with other team members. So while Revit is a key player in the BIM world, it's just one of many tools that can be used to execute BIM processes. Understanding this distinction will help you better grasp the broader concept of BIM and its role it plays in the industry. The real strength of BIM lies in its ability to improve collaboration, enhance efficiency, and ensure accuracy. For example, imagine you're working on a larger scale project. With BIM, any changes made by one team member are automatically updated in the model, so everyone sees the most current version. This reduces errors, minimizes rework, and ultimately saves time and money. Now, let's talk about how BIM differs between school and the real world. In school, you're often learning the basics, how to use the software, understanding theoretical concepts, and maybe even working on individual assignments. But in the professional world, it's a whole different ballgame. In the industry, BIM is all about practical application. You're managing real projects with real deadlines and budgets. It's not just about creating a model. It's about coordinating with multiple teams, ensuring that all the different systems fit together perfectly, and managing the flow of information throughout the entire life cycle of a project. One common mistake young professionals make when they're starting out is over-modeling. It's easy to get carried away, thinking that the BIM model needs to be a hyper-detailed video game level representation of the building. That's not the case. It's important to remember that a BIM model is a representation of the building, not a perfect replica. The goal is to balance 3D modeling with 2D detailing. The model should contain enough detail to effectively communicate design intent and coordinate with other disciplines, but not so much that it becomes unwieldy or distracts from the core objectives. Over-modeling can lead to unnecessary complexity and even slow down the project. In the professional world, efficiency is key. Your BIM model should be as detailed as necessary, but as simple as possible. This allows for smoother collaboration, easier updates, and more efficient project management. Always keep in mind that the model is just one tool in the broader process of building a project. So as you move from the classroom to the job site, remember that your BIM model is a tool for communication and coordination, not a digital twin of the building. Focus on what's essential and always strive for that balance between 3D modeling and 2D detailing. This brings us to the role of standards in BIM, a critical component of successful project delivery. While industry-wide standards like ISO 19650 or the AIA BIM standards provide a framework for best practices, it's crucial to understand that each office will likely have developed its own internal BIM standards. These internal standards are tailored to specific workflows, tools, and expectations of that office. They dictate everything from how models should be structured to how data should be managed, and even how different teams should collaborate within the BIM environment. One of the key ways these standards are enforced is through the use of templates, content libraries, and detail libraries. Templates are pre-configured models that include standard settings, layouts, and often a basic structure that aligns with the office standards. By starting with a template, you ensure that your model is built on a solid foundation that meets the office's expectations from the get-go. Content libraries are another vital resource. These libraries contain pre-approved components such as doors, windows, and furniture that conform to the office's specifications. Using these elements not only saves time, but also ensures consistency across all projects. Detail libraries, on the other hand, offer ready-made 2D details that can be inserted into your drawings, ensuring that all the details you include adhere to the office's quality standards. Naming conventions are also a critical part of internal BIM standards. These conventions govern how files, layers, and components are named, making it easier for everyone in the office to understand and navigate the project. For example, you might have specific prefixes and suffixes that indicate the project phase, the type of content, or the intended use of a file. Following these conventions ensures that your work integrates seamlessly with that of your colleagues and that the project documentation is clear and well organized. These tools, templates, content libraries, detail libraries, and naming conventions are the backbone of BIM standards within an office. They not only ensure that everyone is on the same page, but also help maintain a high level of quality and efficiency throughout the project. So, when you join a new office, one of the first things you should do is familiarize yourself with their internal BIM standards, including these enforcement tools. Understanding how to use templates, where to find content and detail libraries, and how to apply naming conventions will help you align your work with the office's expectations and contribute effectively to your team. By adhering to these internal standards, you'll not only ensure that your contributions are valuable, but also that the project stays on track and meets all its goals. Remember, mastering these tools and standards is a key step in becoming a proficient and reliable BIM professional. As we have discussed, BIM is a process, a methodology that brings together all the different elements of a building's design, construction, and operation into a single integrated workflow. But to bring this process to life, you need the right tools. That's where Revit comes in. Revit is one of the most powerful and widely used tools in the BIM ecosystem. It's a comprehensive software that supports all phases of a building's life cycle, from conceptual design and construction documentation to analysis and facility management. As the industry leader, Revit has become the standard tool for BIM professionals worldwide. One of Revit's key strengths is its ability to facilitate coordination across multiple disciplines: architecture, structure, and MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. While it's common practice for each discipline to work within its own model, Revit allows these models to be linked together seamlessly. This linking process is what enables effective coordination across disciplines, ensuring that the various systems within a building work together without clashes or conflicts. By linking models, teams can collaborate in real time, identifying and resolving issues early in the design process. This approach not only improves accuracy, but also significantly reduces the risk of costly changes later in the project. Each discipline maintains control over its own model, while still being able to view and interact with the other disciplines' models in the shared environment. Revit also excels at managing the vast amounts of data involved in BIM. From material specifications to energy analysis, all that data is integrated within these models, making it easily accessible and updatable. This data-driven approach is what makes BIM so powerful, and Revit is specifically designed to handle this complexity efficiently. Because Revit is the industry standard, mastering these tools is essential for any BIM professional. It not only allows you to create and manage detailed models, but also enables you to effectively coordinate across disciplines, meeting the high expectations of today's projects in terms of accuracy, efficiency, and collaboration. In this series, we'll be focusing heavily on Revit because it's a tool that most professionals in the industry rely on. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your skills, understanding how to effectively use Revit and coordinate across linked models will be key to your success in the field. We'll cover everything from basic modeling techniques to advanced workflows, all within the context of Revit. By the end of this series, you'll have a solid foundation in how Revit supports the BIM process and how you can use it to deliver successful, coordinated projects. As you prepare to step into the professional world, it's important to ask the right questions to understand how BIM is used in your new workplace. Here are some practical questions you can ask your employer or even yourself. For starters, ask about the BIM software your offices use. Is it Revit, ArchiCAD, or something else? And why do they prefer this software? Also, inquire about what resources are available to help you adhere to the office's BIM standards. Are there templates, content libraries, or specific guidelines you should follow? Knowing what tools and resources are at your disposal will help you align your work with the office's expectations from the start. Next, it's important to understand how client feedback is integrated into the project. Ask about the process for incorporating feedback from clients or stakeholders into the BIM model. This will help you understand how changes are managed and ensure that your work aligns with the evolving needs of the project. Additionally, you should ask about how feedback is provided in the office's own internal standards, such as templates, content libraries, and workflows. Knowing how and when to suggest improvements or raise concerns about these resources is crucial for maintaining and improving the office's BIM standards. And finally, for some self-reflection, ask yourself how comfortable you are with the BIM software and what areas you need to improve. Remember, BIM is constantly evolving, and so should your skills. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. First, we explored what BIM is and why it's a game changer in the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. We clarified that while BIM is the overarching process, Revit is one of the most powerful tools that enables this process, and it's crucial to understand the distinction between the two. We then discussed the differences between academic and professional use of BIM. In the real world, BIM is about practical application, effective communication, and coordination across multiple teams. We also highlighted the importance of avoiding the common pitfall of overmodeling, reminding you that your BIM model should be as detailed as necessary, but as simple as possible. Next, we delved into the role of BIM standards and how they are enforced in the workplace. While industry-wide standards provide a general framework, every office has its own internal standards, enforced through templates, content libraries, detail libraries, and naming conventions. Familiarizing yourself with these resources is essential for producing work that meets your office's expectations and contributes effectively to the project. We also focused on Revit as the industry leader in BIM tools, particularly in how it supports coordination across multiple disciplines. While each discipline typically works within its own model, Revit allows these models to be linked for seamless collaboration. Mastering Revit and understanding how to use it for efficient, coordinated project delivery is key to your success as a BIM professional. Finally, we went over some important questions you should ask your new employer or yourself as you begin your professional journey. These questions will help you understand the tools and resources available to you, how feedback is integrated into projects, and how you can contribute to maintaining and improving your office's BIM standards. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into professional BIM. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into the world of BIM. For more detailed information and resources, check out the accompanying blog post on our website, and stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive into setting up your first professional BIM project. See you next time. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the world of professional BIM. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights and tutorials on BIM practices. For those of you eager to dive even deeper, our next episode is one you won't want to miss. We'll be exploring project templates, standards, and work sharing, key components that will help you streamline your workflow, maintain consistency across your projects, and collaborate effectively with your team. Whether you're setting up your first project or refining your process, this episode will provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to succeed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified as soon as the next episode is live. And in the meantime, head over to bimdad.com for more resources, blog posts, and tips to help you on your BIM journey. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of BIM Beyond the Classroom.